Well, we waited until 8 o'clock this morning. It's the, what? It's the end of November. I'm drinking my coffee here this morning in Kinlaig, the Highlands Fishing Expansion for Farming Simulator 25. I think I see snow on the ground. We got snow overnight. Oh, that coffee's good and warm. We do. That's unusual. Oftentimes in this game, I've never seen snow at the end of November, but that's awesome. Good morning, Walter. You know what I don't hear, though? I don't hear the snow crunching underfoot. I hear the footsteps, but I don't hear the snow crunching. So, obviously, we got snow overnight. I was going to say, hey, it snowed briefly overnight. Well, it snowed enough that we actually ended up getting accumulation on the ground. Which kind of... I was going to try and cut the grass in the pasture today to get the meadow grass to grow. We'll have to see if the snow melts later on. That maybe I can get in there and do that and see if the meadow grass still looks like it can be cut. Let me pull up the help window here briefly. So I've got 167,000 liters of chaff compacted at 99. It was 100 when I left it, but that's the same thing that happened over here. And over here, I've got 216 liters of silage that's fermented. I can open the silo, but I'm not going to just yet. But we're going to start selling this today so we can have some more money. The next stage, I believe, up at the castle restoration project is going to require castle stone, and I think the productions are too expensive to even get them, so we're just going to buy them, and I don't know how much they're going to cost. Here's the wheel loader that we bought. It's a small little wheel loader, and this is the silage fork, which is folded up. This thing is massive, so this is going to be, well, interesting to say the least. I don't know how the weight's going to end up being on that, but it could be pretty hefty. So let's see. Let's grab the New Holland just because I want something that's got some oomph. We're gonna go grab our trailer. I think we can spend a little bit of money, put some sides on it, and make it a little larger for when we're carrying this silage. Do these sheep ever produce wool? We got our budding trailer here. Take it over, take it into our workshop area, and we're gonna see if we can increase the capacity on it. Yeah, I was not expecting snow, I tell you. It was a bit of a surprise. So it's winter time. I think, let me open this. We're going to head out that way at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, I suppose cut timber we could do. Let's see, here we go. Customize. We're going to put the extension on it for 4,250. That will raise our price, or raise our price, our capacity up to almost 32,000 from 20,000. Wow, that adds a whole nother 10,000. I hope I can get the wheel loader up high enough to put that to put into it. But yeah, let's go ahead and customize that then. Oh wow, look at that. That is big. Okay. So I'll have to attach to it again. And then let's pull out over here, I suppose. Before I get the wheel loader out and start filling that, let's go down and check on the cattle real quick, just to make sure everything's all right down there. Might need to take some hay down, I don't know. I'm hopeful this snow will melt off, and then what I can do that little slick. A little bit. Okay, they got 5,976, that's fine. I could probably bring 2 bales down here. I hope I got enough hay to get them through the winter. I suppose if we make more silage, we could feed them silage at the end of winter if we have to. We don't have that many cows, many cattle. So they shouldn't get through the hay too quickly. Of course, we're feeding our sheep hay also, aren't we? Alright. So you haven't seen this yet, really. I went and got it off camera and brought it back. It's our JCB wheel loader. It is pretty small. What I'm worried about is that this silage fork that we have is so darn big that it's gonna weigh too much. I suppose we could try and figure out how to do it. It'll certainly, if we don't tip, it'll help us load a lot quicker. If it does tip, I don't know what that means. Means we'll have to partially fill it, or we'll have to get a different wheel loader, or we'll have to get something else. Alright, so even though this will hold 8,000, we can't lift 8,000. How about, no. 7,000? No. 6,000? Not quite. 5,000. Carefully, we can lift 5,000. So we might want to go sell this and get something. Well, no. What did I? Am I gonna be able to pick that up and not get snow now? What do I got? I got 1,000 in here. I think we're gonna have to go get a... we can't even... Can we even... Okay. I think we need a high-tip bucket. Oh, that sucks. I was really looking forward to that working. If we have silage in it, it shouldn't pick up snow. If it didn't have silage in it, it probably would pick up snow. So we gotta be careful about that. There's 4. That'll work. Yeah. I was afraid that was gonna happen. And it did. Let me get the last of this, and we'll just go right down to the shop and sell it and get something else. Once I saw how big it was when we got it, I was like, that's probably going to be a problem. And without a doubt, it was. Hold that up again. Head down to the store. We'll sell it and get something different. I don't know if they're going to have a good high-tip bucket for us. I'm partial to the, what is it, Brussels und Lade high-tip bucket. There's no point in keeping this, so let's just sell it for... Oh, what did we pay for it? Like 10.5 or something? I don't know. There's no point in hanging on to it though. We can't use it. So what do you have for used equipment? Just that. Okay. So wheel loader tools. 15,000 for this one. It holds 4. That would work, I think. It's half of what, ooh, that one holds 5, but it's 17. We need high tip. 23 for L188. Yeah, so this is what we're going to have to get, I think. Not happy about that, but it is what it is. What do we have for contracts in November, end of November? Quite a few, actually. Those cultivating contracts are still around. Harvesting in the snow, that's interesting. The cultivating would be good, though. It probably would pay more than what selling our silage is going to. Wow, that bucket looks really big though. Probably a little more appropriately sized to what we want to do. Maybe. Gosh. this wheel loader, do they have adapters? I'm wondering if we get 4,000 in this, if it'll still tip. Probably should have been what we started with. Let me run this back to the floor. Alright, for some reason the trailer stopped taking it, so it might be full. It looks like probably around 2,400 we can put in here without it being too heavy to lift it. I need to take a look in Mod Hub and see if maybe I can find a mod that's like a weight that we could put on the back here. I got a pin hitch. I don't know. So if I hop in here, let's see if this is max weight. It is at 20,000, which is what the size of the trailer was roughly before without the sides on it. So there's kind of no point in having the sides on it if you can't use that extra 10,000, in my opinion. So I might take those sides off. Alright, so where can we go with this? Silage. Best price. Looks like Logistics Center Railroad. 379. So let's tag that. I think I know where it is. It's where we were taking the onions, I think. So this isn't going to be very much then. So 20,000 at like 370. Let's call it 4 just to make it easy. So it'll be like less than $8,000. $8,000? Is that right? Yeah. Well, that's no good. I mean, it's money, sure, but it's not that much. I think I know where I'm going. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get the money up quite a bit to be able to buy the young fish. I don't know, what do you call it? Fish hatchery. I should look it up and see what it's called. But I think before we do that, I want to deliver I think the next stage is going to be castle stone. I think it's like 10,000 liters of castle stone. I think I'd like to deliver that before, because I don't know how much that's going to cost. A bunch of money, probably. Really disappointed that we hit max weight, but that's what we do when we use the realistic weight limit. So I could probably take that extension off, and that was sort of a waste of $4,500, at least when it comes to silage. Do you have to use your turn signal if you're following where the main road is? Probably not. I think, yeah, we'll turn right up there. And is that the warehouse complex there where you buy stuff? I don't know. I'll have to look. The winter looks really pretty, I'll give you that. Of course, it's November. I do like the fact that it snowed at the end of November, because that's fairly realistic. A lot of times you're like, it's November, it's not even snowing yet. So I'm not going to really complain about that. My complaint about the snow doesn't crunch underfoot. That's pretty much my only complaint about snow. Alright, the little disc telling us where to go should disappear when we drive through it, which is fine. Maybe it doesn't. So I'm saying $7,000 or 7,000 pounds rather. $7,800. So we had like 200,000 in that clamp. So if we get 7,000 for every visit, and we take 10 every visit, means that's 20 trips. That's 140,000. It's a little painful to load. All right, let's get a feel for how much the castle stone we need to get is going to cost. So I'm utilizing Farmer Cop's spreadsheet here. Got it in my hand. Here, flapping. And the next stage is going to be 10,000 liters of castle stone, which probably won't be done till later today, but you can actually load it up ahead of time and it'll take it when it gets to it. So where can we buy castle stone? So here's the castle stone. I think can buy at the Logistics Center Railroad, or sell it, which we just were at. Oh, dang it. What did I do? Where am I? There we go. So the warehouse, let's tag that. Okay. So we buy it for $47.52, and then the castle will pay us $3,531. So we'll lose $1,200 on each 1,000 liters. So we'll lose 12,000 buying it and selling it there. And we're going to need 47,000, like 50,000 pounds to be able to buy it. Okay. It is at the, well, it's at the lowest price. I don't know if the warehouse price ever really adjusts. So So let me look at the map. So it's right over here to the left. Oh, right there. Okay. Well, this looks like the one... I never played on Hutan Pantai, but this looks like the warehouse on Hutan Pantai. So I'm assuming this is here at the door. Oh, it went away. This is where I can buy the castle stones. There we go. Should I just buy them now? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We'll come back and get those. Alright, we're arriving back at the farm. I'm gonna check, see if I can take these sides off. You know, absent a weight, okay, so it's 32. Yeah, we might as well just take those off. That was such pain. I mean, we can put them on if we want later, but we almost should just get a bucket that will hold what we can put in. Because that's what ends up taking longer, is I've got to moderate how much I pick up in here. If I can keep it down around 2,500, I'm all right. Because that won't make me tip. But if I get more than that, and then if it's 2,500, I don't really need the high tip bucket. Well, or because the trailer's not tall now, I don't need the high tip bucket. So I guess a bucket that was 2,500 would be better than this. How much am I losing every time? Get away with 3,000? I might be able to if I keep it low all the way over. As I drive over, I think my rear's getting a little light when I try and steer and stuff. I think I might be able to do it. See it lifting just a little, but yeah, I can almost put 3,000 in. But more than that, I'd be pushing it. Alright, do you think I'll need the weight to lift the castle stones? I should probably take it. Let's see, back up to it. And then we'll put it on the front. When we come back. Or wait. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Let me think about this. I think I'm going to try and have a worker help me out here. Power slide. So let's drop this here. And get this trailer. Weight on the front. That way we can have it with us. We can put it on the back to lift the pallets of castle stone. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to see if I can get a worker. I'll pull out the farm. So we've got a little less than we had last time, but it was just a lot easier to load without the sides on it. Maybe 1,000 liters less. Oh, there went the snow. That's nice. That helps. And then what I want to do is I'm going to have a worker deliver that. And I am going to follow. That's the idea. So I'm hoping a worker takes off here. Hey, am I too close again? They just don't like you being close to them, even if you're behind them. So I guess the good news is the snow melted. Goodness gracious, is she drunk? Maybe I should go in front. Let me, oh. Let me pass her. The idea of doing it this way was to get the New Holland over there to pull this trailer with the castle stone up to the castle site, because I think this would have trouble pulling it, but I need this to load it. So, whoa, hedge. So hopefully she'll get there eventually and not get into an accident on the way. I guess we'll find out. See, we're sitting about, what? We could get that fish thing with what we have, but we'd be out of money. So if we deliver the castle stone, we'll get all the money back that we paid for it, except for about 12,000 when we deliver it to the castle. Let's do another, hopefully she'll figure it out. We do another load of silage, that'll be 7. Okay. Train. She may have figured it out, or she may not have. I don't know. Cars really don't like this trailer. They stop when they see it. New Holland coming? Don't see it. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful she'll figure it out. But yeah, now that the snow's gone, I can try and figure out my... God, when's it going to start again? I can try and figure out my scheme to get the meadow grass cut. Definitely need to get it done today, though, because it's going to snow again, and I'm sure it's going to accumulate. Man, this is not the way I want to come in here. It's too much turning and burning. Alright, so here we go. I don't know what the best way to load this will be. Let's put this here. We'll drop the trailer off. Lower the weight. Put the weight on the back. At some point we should see her arrive. I'm hoping. She should go by on that road there. Or do they do the block by an object once and never again show you see it? Alright, I gotta know, is she alright or not? She's coming. Oh, can I get 2 of these at once? If I can, that'd be great. The weight's gonna help. Did she go by already? Let's see. Should start loading from the back? I don't know. Nah. That'll be good. Well, I'm already there though, aren't I? Nah. I need to go up to the front. Pulling in this way. Oh, there. Yeah, she's gonna go over there and deliver that, I think. So how many of these can I fit 3 across? I might be able to. Well, there's 10 of them. I don't think I can fit 5 that way, so yeah, better do it that way. Let me get this loaded, and we should see the money going up. Yep. And should see that she completed her task or no. Yep. So let me get this loaded the rest of the way. Drop the trailer there. We can swap these 2 over. I'll take this one, and this will be probably a stretch, but I'm going to see if I can get a worker to take this one from here and go straight back to the farm. I'm going to turn it off though, just in case it doesn't work and it's unreachable, the tractor won't be running. There we go. So let's see. Shall we be hopeful and see what happens? Gotta look at them here. I'm in their way. I think they might make it back. It is nice to try and use the workers to do this kind of stuff. Shifting around back there. I don't want to get too close to them because they will freak out. But hopefully they'll go ahead and get back to the farm for me. Alright, I'm gonna go this way. Because we can get there from here, right? I think. We'll stop by get the proper name for the young fish breeding or whatever it's called. So I can stop saying that. What time is this? 2 o'clock. I'm wondering, should I just go ahead and buy it now? I think we may end up just borrowing money to do the offshore portion and that may be what we'll focus on trying to do this winter, is start up the aquaculture. I don't like to borrow money, but I think it's the thing to do to keep this thing moving along, keep the interest up. I don't mind just trudging along forever, but sometimes it's not the way to go. I'm interested to see the land around here too, though. Like, alright, what is it called, first off? Young fish breeding. Okay. It's called young fish breeding. Let's take a look at our map here and see if we get land with it or not. Alright, here we are. I had to go look at the worker because he was stopped. Farmland. So what do you get with 72? Up right behind it though. How much is that? 244. Yeah. But you can't get the land that it's on. That's one of my complaints about the Giants maps. I'm telling you. How much does the fish food cost? I don't know. Let's just buy it. Okay. Where's the interact here? So we need fish food. They have two different productions. One requires, oh, it's like a 2x speed. And it probably costs more. Oh yeah, more cost per month. All right. Well, we'll need to go get some fish food. Put it on the trailer here. All right, let's head up to the castle. Looks like the JCB made it back to the farm. I don't know, the guy stopped right outside right after we came out behind him and took off the other way. He stopped sitting there in the road and had a gal take it back to the farm for me. So does this look any different? I think it's taller, yeah. The scaffolding is taller than it was last time. At least that's what it looks like to me. Yep. So we've got 1,500 wood beams in storage, and it needs 10,000 castle stone, which we've got right here. So it should be right in here somewhere. Let's take the straps off. Oh, took some of it. 21,191 we got, plus another 3.5. I don't know, I'm missing. I'm not in the right spot. There we go. 21,191, 3,535. So 3,535 is 721. So I only got 28,000 back. How much do we spend for that? Oh well. We still got 45,000 pounds. We're gonna need some of that for fish food, I think. That'll probably be the next thing we do. I gotta go back to the farm, because I'm going to need the JCB to load the fish food onto this trailer. Alright, we're arriving here at the store. Do not block? Yeah, I'm going to block. I'll even leave it running. I don't plan on being here long. I want to see how much fish food costs. Also want to take a look at the wheel loader stuff. And, well, yeah, used equipment, as always. Alright, first used equipment. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, wheel loader tools. Is there a smaller bucket? There's a rock bucket. 3,000. General purpose bucket. 3,600. That's too much. Yeah. And I imagine the fish food's under objects pallets. There it is. No, not square bale twine. Okay, so it's 2,600 for 2,000. Let's get, what do you think, 4 of those? Four is 30. Let's start with 4 and see what that does. So I can kind of see the attraction of building this young fish breeding facility on the farm, because it is a bit out of the way a drive to get here. So yeah, we will be wasting a lot of time. I will probably jump cut it and not include it in the episodes, but yeah, I will be spending a lot of time driving around. Now I think it's to the right of the man door at the front. I think this is the delivery location, and then on the other side of the door is the spawn location. So let's just go ahead and strap and unstrap. There they go. It's in. Pull around over here. Manage it here. So we will use the least expensive one, and that's not a whole lot of fish food in there. We'll see how quickly it gets through that. So we'll turn on young salmon and young trout both. And then inside we should see fishies. Excellent. So it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I think while I still have daylight, what I'm going to need to do is get back to the farm and build some ramps to get into the pasture. I want to get the grass cut in there, get that put into the silage clamp, compact it, get it blanketed so we can start making more silage. And then I'll continue loading the trailer with silage. We'll keep selling that. And then, yeah, that'll be our income. We'll come back here and we'll check on this. And in the next episode, it's going to be December already. All right, we're back here at the farm. It has started snowing. I'm worried about it starting to accumulate, but I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna go tuck this trailer away. We are losing daylight, so we'll probably end the episode here pretty soon because it's not gonna be too enjoyable to watch. And also, it probably won't look too good us driving around through the Highland cattle in the field as we're cutting the grass over there, but it's got to get done. So the motivation for doing this is twofold. One, to try and get the meadow grass to grow within the field, and also to just get that grass that's currently in there in our silage clamp so we can up the amount of silage that we have. I don't know. Let me put the lid over here. Why did I have that weight on? Probably for the seed drill? Probably. Kind of feels wrong cutting grass while it's snowing as well, but if I can get away with it, I'm gonna get away with it. Because we're hurting for money, we need as much as we could get. Oh, let me top off that silage additive. I don't think we'll use it all, but might as well keep it topped off. Alright, so I probably shouldn't have went this way because I'm going to have a tighter turn to make. Right here. Now this is going to be somewhat unpleasant, I think, but it's going to need to get done, so back up a little bit here. Got my lights all on, and then this is not going to be pretty. We're going to build an earth ramp and get into the field, I think right here next to this. This is actually, I think, where the animal dialogue box is. I think we'll be okay. As always, save the game before you do anything untowards that you might regret later. Okay, so we built our earthen ramp here. I think we should be able to get over it. It's not pretty. Not pretty at all, but I think we'll be okay. And then once we get done, we'll take it out and we'll try and clean everything up that we did, but hopefully it'll work for us. Come on, get over there. Get over there. There we go. Get up and over. Okay. That worked just fine. I don't know if I don't know if we can use steering assist in here or not. I wonder. Yeah, no. We'll have to do this freehand, as it were. That's what we'll do. We'll fire up the mower, drop it down. Fire up that, drop it down. We'll try and run around the outside here first. So you can see we're getting the grass. We'll have to maybe come around and clean up a little bit if we can. Without the mower on the front. Look out, little cow. Alright, if you're squeamish, close your eyes. I hope this doesn't end up being a mess. Might be a little bit. Alright, so yeah, you probably don't want to watch this. I don't know how much we'll get off of here, if it's even worth doing this, but come back around and try and clean that up without the mower on the front. Might work better. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me here in Kinlaig at the Highlands Fishing Expansion Farming Simulator 25. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. See you next time.